So we're entering the third week of our journey into the aspects of the mind. And today's or tonight's aspect that you're working on is called the manager. And how these aspects work, it's kind of like, I don't want to say ladder, because if we have a ladder, there's that concept that you have to sort of work up the ladder and you're aiming to get to the last thing, and aspects aren't like that. But they do seem to work in an order where you've got the ability to understand them, because they sort of, you make sense of this one, then you go to the next one, and then that makes sense, and you can go to the next one. They sort of build on each other. So last week, this week, and next week, those three aspects are all based around the negative mind. And the reason why they're the first aspects is because, as we were talking about in week 1, is the negative mind is the first aspect of the mind where our thoughts come into. And it has to, because it's our risk assessment. You know, that's why it's the first thing. It's what keeps you safe, it's what keeps you alive. So last week, when we were looking at the defender, we were talking about how the negative mind blends with menace. So tonight, with the manager, it is referring to how the negative mind blends with the humka. And the humka is the ego. And the manager is all about your ability to apply yourself within your identities, within your roles, and to set up strong boundaries so that you can categorize, identify, and organize everything. That's a pretty important actually aspect of the mind. And you can see why the negative mind comes on in regards to that, because it's a negative mind that allows you to assess things. And so it's assessing things to try and figure out whether that is true, whether the way that person is interacting with you, if they have a hidden agenda, or whether their intentions is real. So that's the way that the manager works. It's about really setting in place the way of understanding how relationships happen in regards to attempting to achieve an outcome. So now let's take a moment to talk about a humka, because we haven't really touched much about the ego during this particular course. I much prefer the word humka. It just sounds really lovely. It's beautiful. In Kundalini Yoga, we have something called Ego Eradicator, and that really gives the wrong idea about what you're meant to do with the ego. We're not meant to eradicate the ego. We're meant to eradicate our willingness to allow the ego to take over. We need to eradicate the way that we let the ego control our interactions, our thoughts, our relationships, our opinions, our views. What's important about the ego is it is the ego that categorizes, not just for you, but that's what the role of a humka is. It thinks of everything, and it puts things in places, and it helps sort things and puts them in the nice little boxes so that it can help make sense of the world. And when you apply a humka to yourself, it helps with your identity. And that's really important, because when you're coming into your heart space, when you're starting to operate through your truth and your character is forming from that, the ego needs to be on your side so that it can help you with that identity. Okay, so it can make you feel powerful and able and capable within that vision of who you are. Not of who you're going to be, but who you are right now in this moment. And that's why there's that ego eradicator, because what it's eradicating is that fact that we let the ego feed the negative mind, and then the negative mind feeds the ego, and those talks that the ego often gives to us aren't reaffirming our identity. It's actually demoralizing our identity. So there's 3 aspects that are very much based on Ahamka. So on those sessions, be very mindful of taming the ego. And the most easiest way to do that is just the Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. And that's beautiful because you tell the ego, this is a really important job. If you don't think Sat as you inhale and Nam as you exhale, I'll forget to breathe. And then the ego gets on board and goes, oh, I've got an important job. I better think about this important job. And really, it's not the Ahamka doing the breathing or the mantra at all, but it helps tame it. It helps bring it into an aspect where it becomes an ally. So that's what we're playing around with tonight. So the aspect of manager and how this aspect can allow you to have the ability to apply boundaries within your life that allow you to be productive, effective, and true to your purpose. And also the purpose of other people. The managers are very much about other people and relationships. So let's start. Let's come and place our hands on the knees, palms facing up. Close your eyes, roll them up into the 3rd eye chakra. And just take a moment. Slow the breath. And as the breath is starting to slow, take a moment to be aware of that thinking mind. Invite it tonight onto this journey. Allowing it to be present, allowing it to categorize, sort, judge, make sense of all the downloads, all the thoughts that are coming in. But observe that. The more you observe the ego, Ahamka, doing what it does, there is that deep realization that you are not that. You are the observer of the ego. And this helps bring the ego back into alignment. And once you have that space of observing, with that slow breath, bring your hands together and start to rub them. And press palm to palm and place your thumbs in at the middle of the chest. And prepare to open the class with the Adi mantra. Inhale fully, exhale completely, then inhale to chant. Keep your hands there, exhale. Then inhale and suspend the breath while the intention is set. May I allow the listening to occur and the protection to be real, so that the ego and the negative mind can offer their support and guidance, allowing me to create a healthy interactions and relationships within my life, more than ever before, for the benefit of all. And exhale, and seal that in with 3 rounds of Arkarename. Arkarename, Jigarkarename, Sakarename, Sirurudevinename, Arkarename, Jigarkarename, Sakarename, Sirurudevinename, Arkarename, Jigarkarename, Sakarename, Sirurudevinename. Inhale, suspend, keeping your hands in prayer position, reach up to chakra of spirit. Then exhale, sweep either side of the aura, palms facing up as you relax on the earth.